So this is my IC circuit. My specific IC is a 74HC595, and it's a shift register. So I have 8 LEDs all connected to the output side, which is over here. Q1 to 7, and then Q0 is the second pin over here, which connects to the first LED. The push buttons are connected to the data pin, clock pin, and then the latch pin. Data pin and clock pin push at the same time, register 1, which is, and then you send it to a click latch after that, and then it sends it to read that and register that, and then shift it out to the LED, and then activate it as high or on. And then if you just click 0 and then latch, it registers at 0, and then it turns it low. And what was very quick to find out that it's very hard to debounce an IC circuit if it's just DC instead of being programmed. So sometimes when I push, when I try to enter a 1, it'll just register a 0, or vice versa. Because sometimes an extra one will turn on, or one will turn on out of place because it hasn't been debounced correctly. And so the master reset is connected to 5 volts, and then the enabler pin is connected to the ground, and then the 8th pin over here on the output side is connected to the ground as well. So what's supposed to happen is when I press both down, the data pin and the clock pin, it's supposed to read it as a 1. When I do latch, it sets it out high. And then it's supposed to do that for every one of them, but it doesn't exactly do that every time I do that. See how 2 turned on at once, but you can still see the idea behind the push pins. It just shows how the shift register works, even though it's not perfect this way. And then if I want to turn them off one at a time, I can just click the clock pin and then latch. So the clock pin enters at 0, and latch sends that signal out to the IC, which switches it to the LED. So it should turn off one at a time, but of course it's turned off 3. And then what's cool is that you can press them multiple times to turn on a set at the same time. And then if you want to turn them all off at the same time, you can do that as well. So I'm going to try to turn them all on the same time, but it might not work because it only works sometimes if I push it perfectly at the same time, because sometimes, like, when I push it, I don't exactly push them evenly. So the IC will register as some 1s and then some 0s, and it'll send it out instead of all 1s. But let's try. So turn on some of them. And then if I want to click turn them all off at the same time, I just enter the amount of LEDs. So right now there's 5, but I'll just do all 8. Just pretend they're all on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they're all off at the same time. And then turn it on. And then you can turn them all and switch them from 0 to 1, 1 to 0, 1 to 0, and it will go down in a row. Oh, there we go. And that is my circuit.